Hey, what's up? Good morning and welcome to Coffee and Kly. Today is Tuesday, June 16th, 2026. Today, your headlines are going to be a little bit about SpaceX. We're going to talk about a flying car. We're going to hit a couple Fox News stories that have gone viral. We're also going to be talking about Big Mike a little bit, not to be confused with Spider Mike. No. Big Mike meaning Michelle Obama, right? We're going to hit all those news stories and more. So buckle up, get your cup of bean juice, and let's get into it. Please like and share the video. I really appreciate that. Please comment down below, and I respond to every comment on the Coffee and Klys. It helps with the algorithm, so if you want to help my video get pushed out to more people, like, share, and comment. If you're just joining me for the first time and you're just finding my channel, hi, I'm Climatics. Welcome to my show. I have 3 shows aside from this morning Coffee and Kly that I do. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, all at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. In fact, today is Tuesday. We all know what that means. Tuesday has been a staple. You know what you're going to watch on Tuesday. It's Townhall Tuesday. And this evening, we're having on our friend Manny being Manny, who just returned from being live at the UFC White House event. So we're going to hear all about it. I got tons of questions already ready for Manny. So please subscribe to my channel. I have over 600 videos for you to check out, and I add 4 to 6 videos every single day. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's have a little morning fun. And here we fucking go. All right, so first we got Elon with the SpaceX update. Ron Barron on Squawk Box. I don't watch Squawk Box too often because it's CNBC. But shout out to Elon Musk. I laugh every time I think about having you on a Town Hall Tuesday. I know that there is a negative 14.7% chance that you would ever consider doing that. But it doesn't hurt to fucking ask. So, Mr. Elon, I would love to have you on a Town Hall Tuesday sometime. Check out the other ones we've done. Maybe the Puppet Edgar one you might find entertaining as hell. And I mean, if you're interested, like, message me. I'm laughing because what the fuck am I doing even asking that? So let's get into this. This should be really, this is part of the news cycle. It's part of my feed. Can you imagine what my feed looks like? Well, that's why I'm doing that. So that's one reason I wanted to show you all how fucking weird my fucking X feed is. Imagine all the crap that I look at for my stories and for my videos and all this stuff. So let's get into it.
SpaceX is your largest holding in all of the Barron funds. I think.
By the way, somebody left a comment that I talk too much. Yeah, I'm 48 years old. You don't think I know that? You don't think that you think you're the first person to ever tell me that I talk too much? I realize I talk too much. I don't talk too much for this job, though. I talk just the right amount. Now, for a librarian, I talk way too much. For an engineer sitting quietly at their desk, trust me, I talk way too much for that. For a wrestler, I talk way too much. I need to learn how to shut the fuck up. But for content creator, live streamer, and interviewer, I'm the Temu Joe Rogan. Actually, whoever the guy who is the Temu Joe Rogan, I'm the Temu of that guy. So I'm not even the Temu of Joe Rogan yet. I have yet to get to that level. But I talk the appropriate amount. What do you want me to do? Sit here and click on the videos and just do this? Okay, guys, here's the next video. Play. No, I can't do that. Hey, look, you know what? I appreciate every view I get. I appreciate and love every subscriber, every member of my channel. Oh, I love all of you. But if you don't like me, if you don't like my personality, if you think I talk too much or I overtalk or I'm too loud because I have a way better microphone than everybody else. My microphone, just the microphone was like $250. This is the Shure everyone has it microphone. All the top content creators, everybody uses pretty much this microphone. So I sound bold and deep and loud because I have a condenser mic. I don't have a USB mic. That's why. But if you don't like me, you don't like my personality, and you don't like how I conduct the shows, it's really simple. It's like what George Carlin said back in the day. Hey, Reverend, if you don't like what's on the radio, there are two knobs. And these knobs, did you know this? That you can change the fucking channel. So if you don't like my show, why are you watching it? There's a lot of shows on TV, a lot of shows on the internet that I don't fucking watch. It's okay if you don't watch me. I mean, you can't make everybody happy all the time. That's fucking weird. Some people are just by default not gonna like you. I got trolls. Tommy's got trolls. Everybody's got trolls. For fuck's sakes, Zach X has more trolls than anyone I've ever met in my fucking life. Oh my God.
You started buying in 2017. As of Friday, you had how much in shares of SpaceX?
$24 billion.
That's across all the funds?
Across all the funds.
Across all the funds, and that was
I'm
as
not
of
sure
the
if it's
open or the
24 or
close?
25 billion because we bought another billion on Friday.
Okay, so 25 billion, and that was as of Friday's close before this morning's gains?
Yeah.
$25 billion? Hey, bro, can I get 100K? Could you float me $100,000? I'll pay you back in 5 years.
I think we're going to make hundreds of billions of dollars, but hundreds. But
hundreds of it. You know what? Forget about paying you back. Can I have $100,000, please, sir? Hey, excuse me, sir. Ron Barron, would you like to sponsor Climatics TV? And I will put your name and your little picture and I'll fucking make you my logo. I'll put you in the corner of every stream, every video I ever do. And I will do this for the low, low price of $25,000 a month. If you're interested, Mr. Ron Barron, of being a part of my show and sponsoring my little projects here, we will rename the Town Hall Tuesday to Town Hall Tuesday presented by Ron Barron. So if you're interested in funding my show, I know that how this is going to sound, and I don't care. I am for sale. Thank you. Thank you.
before that, I was on Friday evening speaking to Elon and to Dan Dees, who is the person at Goldman Sachs who is husbanding this deal. And I was congratulating Dan on what an incredible job Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley and JP Morgan have done with this underwriting. An incredible job, figuring out the allocation of it, figuring out how to stabilize the market, pricing it appropriately. It's amazing.
What did Elon have to say?
So when I was talking to him, one of the things I kept thinking about is after what he's accomplished so far, which everyone thought was not only improbable but impossible, he's being congratulated on this. And I'm thinking about from his point of view, he said, this is just getting started. This is just where we're starting of what this business is going to become. And when I was looking this morning on the news, it said that he thought that we would do $1 trillion of revenues in 2030. Trillion. And the last year was 19 billion, so 50 times by 2030. And when I think about the opportunities this company has and how no one else, all you have to do is get the prospectus. It's 500 pages, so it's not that easy to go through. And it used to be they would give you red herrings, and there were little books, you could go through it and you can easily mark it up. But now, when I'm looking at these prospectuses, I have a prospectus like that, 500 pages. And you go through it, it's so hard to do it. But if you read that and you get probably 20, 30, 40 pages in, you realize what they've done isn't possible for anyone else to accomplish. Not possible. And so he's at least 10 years ahead of everyone else.
Scan my shirt.
Making satellites, as far as making rockets, as far as building networks, the opportunities that they have to change everyone's life. Changing lives.
Do you think he felt a sense of satisfaction on Friday? Because obviously he's not driven by the same things as everybody else.
If you're worth $1 trillion or $2 or $3 trillion or $5, what difference does it make? And that's not what he's interested in. He's trying to save humanity. And when I was listening to the interview that he did with Jamie Dimon on Friday night, I guess it was, or Thursday night for the road show in the
Thursday.
JP Morgan headquarters. By the way, JP Morgan, that's the most incredible building I've ever been in my life. And so I was listening to the interview, and the last question was, so Elon, every time I talk with you, I learn something. Every time I talk with you, I learn something. And what do you think about this? And he says, I'm hoping that some future AI will say, not a bad job for a human. And yeah, so his goal is not the way other people's goals are outlined. And so when he's talking about what he's done so far, that's just the beginning. And so when I think about Starlink, and Starlink is, if you want to have some kind of broad distribution of wealth, you want to have equal wealth, then people have to be smart. How do you get smart? You have to have the internet. How do you have the internet? When you live in the jungle, or you live in the desert, or you're flying, or you're in the ocean, how do you do that? And so what he's done is what he's creating, this is the internet for the entire planet.
What is that? What excites you most about SpaceX? What is the aspect that gets you most fired up?
It's just everything. It's the Starlink is one, the compute AI is another, making these chips less expensively than other people can make them and use them. The fact that you have this AI with Anthropic. So his idea behind the AI, behind the large language models, behind Anthropic and ChatGPT, who, by the way, both of those people who founded those companies, he hired them. He hired them and trained them. And then Google, Gemini. When I think about those entities, and we have Grok inside. So what Elon said was, gee, the problem that you're going to have here, LLMs, large language models, that's software. You can do that. Other people can do that. It's hard, but you can do it. But other people can't do the rockets and can't do the giant rockets. And so when I think about what is on his mind, he says, okay, other people can do that. What can't they do? And what they can't do is they can't make compute. He's got the biggest compute in the world, cohesive compute down in Memphis. And now what he does is he says, I'm going to spend my effort right now on getting compute, which is what the barrier to these growth of these AI, artificial intelligence, LLMs is. I'll build a compute. And people will, that will put me ahead, that will make me win.
And it's almost a fight against the commoditization of any of these large language models down the road.
Yeah, they're all going to get commoditized.
Yes. So it puts you in it puts him in a different perspective, in a different place.
There is this giant market, though, trillions, and
Everybody's
20 trillion, 25 trillion. Yeah, but what he's going to have is he's going to have this compute that other people need.
Well, while I was watching that, I was thinking to myself, hey, Mr. Musk, I know you don't like being called that, but does SpaceX have a dedicated live streamer that streams things to the masses, that works with SpaceX to kind of host a stream of all your stuff? Is there a person that does that? Because if not, I would like to volunteer. I mean, give me just a second, Mr. Musk. I'll show you a book that I have on my shelf. See my shelf, my little library, right? The top is political conservative type books. I got all of Donald Trump's books, but the bottom shelf is all science and space. Here, hold on. Let me show you. Boom. Back. So, Mr. Musk, look, this is just one of the books I have on my shelf. And I know, you know what? I would be really shocked if this same exact book wasn't also on your shelf. No, I got this book, Elon, not understanding that no matter what page that I open, there's a calculation. I'll just randomly flip, right? So no matter what random page I flip to, right there's a calculation. Now, I don't understand a lot of this, but I'm trying to read through it and learn. So I'm very interested in space. I'm very interested in exploring the galaxy. I have an entire galaxy tattooed forever on my leg. So if there's a need at SpaceX for a dedicated live streamer to cover whatever you guys do, This guy. This guy. I'll do it. Just saying. Okay, so the next subject makes me happy and cry at the same time. I know this is just an ad. However, last chance to invest, $3.10 a share. Minimum investment, $1,000, says it right there, but flying cars are here. Tell me in the comments if flying cars were economical to buy, easy to maintain and take care of, and extraordinarily simple and easy to learn how to fly and operate, and all the testing and all the stuff was done, and it was 100%, you weren't going to just like, it wasn't just going to turn off and you crash into the ground, right? If it was safe and you could get one affordable, not 200 grand, but 15, 20 grand, would you buy a flying car? Tell me in the comments. I don't think I would right now because I have a kid and I don't really go anywhere. But once she's a grown-up adult and I have like a little bit more freedom in my life, then yeah, I would buy one, zoom around town. That'd be badass. I don't know how that would work, but I'm willing to find out. In fact, Dora and the Arrow, Doroni Aerospace, if you'd like for me to come out and do a little video about your flying cars and test fly one with you and be a part of that and make a whole thing about it, maybe even live stream it, here I am. All you have to do is reach out. Guys, I am a collaboration king, if you didn't notice. And I know some of the people who watch our shows and watch Tommy and watch me and whatnot, they think I'm stupid. And let me tell you something. I'm a lot of things. Loudmouth, aggressive, annoying. I think I'm funny when I'm not. But one thing I'm not, that's not on the list, is stupid. I know what I'm doing. I promise you that. All right, let's keep going. What is this here? This says, oh, this is gonna piss you off. Here we go. Can I anger you real quick? Oh boy. I saw just the headline of this earlier and I was like, oh no. All right. Kim Katie USA. Thank you very much. Father at Quick Trip, which is like a gas station, sort of like a trucker stop, like a one that's open 24/7, right? Quick Trip checked the women's restroom first and found it empty, so he took his 2 young daughters inside to use it. While they were washing their hands, another man walked in and started yelling that a guy had no business being in the women's bathroom with his daughters. Now, before we even watch this, let me tell you that I had a lot of time that it was just me and my daughter. She's 12, and I've had sole custody since she was 5. So during that time, there was a lot of times that we were out somewhere. We went to SeaWorld in San Antonio. We went to other places, to the mall, to the shopping, to the restaurant. And if she says she has to go to the bathroom, I can't tell a 5 or 6-year-old to hold it till we get home. She got to go now. And a lot of the times, I don't know if you guys experience this with your young daughter or your young son, but I had to take my daughter to my work one day. It was like a Saturday. I had to work some extra at the office at the engineering firm. So I took her, and they have like the office restrooms that are just in the buildings, right? And she was scared of the toilet because at home, the toilet flushed one way, and at the office, there was a button you pushed and the water went, and it scared the shit out of her. Literally, right? So I had to go in there with her. I mean, I had no choice. So if you're a single father and you have a daughter and she's under like 8 or 9, you're gonna go into the bathroom with her, or Like this guy, you're gonna check and make sure nobody's in there, and you're gonna send her in, and if she has any problems, she'll let you know. But I'm telling you that there is a reason, absolute reason for a father to be in the women's restroom with his daughter. Now, what I've also done is so that I don't go in the women's restroom, I have gone into the men's restroom, made sure nobody was in there, and took my daughter right into the stall and stood there with her, back turned to her while she did her business. I didn't know what else to do. Maybe that's the wrong way to do it, but the best thing I ever saw when I went out to those places was it says family restroom. Oh, that's what they should do. You should have the men's restroom, the women's restroom, and then a family restroom. So if you're whatever and you don't really know what you are, you can go to the family restroom. That way you're not invading women's spaces or men's spaces. You know, I mean, so let me piss you off real quick. This is going to make you mad.
I'm standing in the doorway of the ladies' bathroom. Okay? My wife, there is a man with his two little girls using the women's bathroom.
Wash your hands, baby.
He is. He's washing his hands with his daughters right now. He is leaving it.
I don't know what the problem is. By the way, guys, tell me in the comments what you think, but this is absolutely 100% acceptable. He's not a trans. He's with his daughter. What do you want him to do? This guy has obviously never been in a single parent situation. When you're a single parent situation, you have to do things for your child that the other parent sometimes maybe should do. Like moms should do things with girls. I mean, I had to take my daughter to Victoria's Secret. Okay. I had to do it. You know what I'm saying? I had to do it. I had no choice. You should be happy that I'm comfortable enough to do things like that, and it's not fucking creepy. And this little girl's crying because of this man is calling the police or something, or what?
To use the restroom with her mother, who is very ill
Wash your hands.
and who is on oxygen.
It's okay. Some of them are just immature.
Yeah.
And he's refusing. He's taking his sweet time.
I have two girls washing their hands.
You let this lady, this woman is she's a woman. She can bring her daughters in here. She's a manager of the QT.
I'm their
You can
dad.
ask her. I understand. And you don't have any business bringing her into the women's bathroom.
They're girls. They go to the women's bathroom.
As soon as he leaves the women's bathroom, I will. I'm standing in the doorway. He's taking his own sweet time.
Being a single parent is hard enough, and then you got a jackass like this yelling at you over the... It's not like it's a guy in a sundress sitting there checking his makeup and shit, right? Like, this is absolutely totally inappropriate for this guy to have done that. I bet you, in fact, that this dad would have tried to hurry up more if he wouldn't have acted like this. Like, what the fuck, dude? What do you expect him to do? He's by himself with two girls. I'm very, 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 very on the side of the father in this one, guys.
Hey, sweetheart. This is ridiculous, man. I am so sorry.
It's okay. Some men are just immature.
You see how the man was the problem? And immediately this lady, who is actually the subject of the whole thing because she has to pee or whatever. Do you see how she is turned on her woman brain and her mom senses and starts helping to take care of the girls? You see how that works? You see how men have no business in a situation like this? Because quite frankly, men, generally speaking, don't know how to fucking act when it comes to dumb shit like this. Unless you've been in that situation before, you know, your daughter says she has to go to the bathroom, and the bathroom is scary because it's different than home, and so she wants you to go in there with her, there is no choice. You do it. The only appropriate time a man should ever be in a women's restroom, right here. That's the only time. And then so you apologize, you got your girls, and then you leave. Very sorry. And you go and break that guy's jaw. Don't do that. Don't do that. Climatic said to break his jaw. Don't do that. Don't do that. This guy, I'd like to slap the shit out of this guy.
Okay, and you got a shirt on.
on me.
Yeah,
Oh, he put it.
Yeah, he just put his hands.
Oh, he put his hands on him. I would have slapped the shit out of you if you put your hand. If I'm in a situation like this and you're calling the cops or something on me and you grab my arm to kind of like keep me here, I'm gonna slap you in the face immediately. I know you guys think I probably talk a lot of shit and I don't mean half the things I say. I'm scared what's gonna happen when I eventually go IRL out there. I'm trying to get a little group together for my city, by the way. Go do a flag wave or start off with something small so we can meet some people and see what we're working with. Because I don't know if there's one person or 5 people or 12 or 57. I have no idea. So if you live in the Houston area, and Houston's 1 hour away from Houston, so if you live on the other side of town, you're still close, you know? If you live in the Houston area and you'd like to get together with me in real life for a flag wave or to go stand outside of a pride event to do the sort of thing that the Patriots do, I'm not sure if we have the ICE building protests that other places have because it's Texas. I mean, I guess we did one day, maybe 2 days worth of people, but it's not like Minneapolis or Newark or Portland or anything like that where there's a fucking dance party every night. So I don't think we'll have too much activity with that. But if you would like to go and just find a random busy street corner where it's available, where there's lots of room and nobody's going to really harass us, and you want to go and do a flag wave or something like that, I got a flag right there. I got a flag pole in the other corner. I will meet you out there and I will stream it and we will have fun and we'll, make some friends. So if you're interested in that, send me a message on X and let's discuss, and then we can meet up and maybe we can have like a meetup and just talk about it. Maybe we can get together on Discord. I'll send you a link if you're not already a member of my Discord, and then we can chat about it. Okay. My Discord is generally members only, but if you're a member of the group and you're a Patriot and we all know you're more than welcome to join. I just don't make it public to keep the trolls out. You know what I mean? But we have a couple hundred members. Tommy's in there, Right Side Rebel, and all the other people, the regulars, Polly is in there and all that stuff. It's a fun time.
I touched you. I brushed you on the shirt.
That's still touching.
Yeah,
me.
that's
Don't put your
ridiculous.
hands on me.
That's ridiculous.
I'd hit
On
him.
video.
I'd have hit him already.
Man, he's about 5'10".
Tell him to get here soon.
I would just
No,
leave.
she's trying to get into the women's bathroom and she can't. He's out now. He's standing
Yeah, this
here
guy making a
videoing
big
me.
deal about me taking my little girls
justifying what he's been
to the
doing.
women's restroom. Because he wants me to take them to the men's restroom.
I'm just standing here.
Probably a weirdo that wants to see them in there.
Right.
Are they coming down here? Do I need to stay down here?
Police are
Or
on the way, yes.
do I need to speak to them?
No, you can come and talk to them right here.
Because I got a...
This man can't detain you. Call the police. The fuck out of here. I would tell him, fuck you. You got to match people's energy, and that's really one of the reasons that I get into it with some people. You're not going to come at me with some fucking shitty ass attitude and expect me to be all nice and friendly with you. That's not going to fucking happen. Now, I can't tell some of the names that you guys have, whether you're male or female. So if you came into my chat or whatever, and you said something shitty to me months ago, and I called you a bitch and I called you a bunch of names, and it turns out you're a woman. Maybe I didn't know that. And now you're like, well, Climax hates women and he's mean to me. No, I wasn't mean to you because you're a woman. I was mean to you because you're stupid and rude. Because that's what it would take. I've never, not one time in this whole experience being an online content creator, you knowing me, all my streams, my 10,000 hours of streams that I've done, right? Not one time have I ever just been rude or mean to someone for no reason, unapologetically, right from the get-go. I have always, whether it was Bach or Spin City fucking News or any of these other goddamn low-end, D-rated fucking clowns who think that they're content creators, any of these fucking idiots, I treated all of them with respect and friendship at first. It was them that took it to a spot. Now I'm like, go fuck yourself. They brought me there. I didn't go there and drag them. They brought me. So you want to be my friend? Hey, I'll be your friend. I'm good friends with people who I'm friends with. I mean, ask Polly. Hell, don't ask Tommy. Ask Tommy's wife what she thinks of me. They're my friends. So we can be friends or we can be enemies. And I don't mind either one, but I'm going to tell you straight up, the choice of which one of those you get from me is 100% up to you. You want to be friends? We'll be friends. You want to throw down and fight and be enemies? I will fucking meet you there. So, don't do this shit to people. If you see a guy walking into the women's restroom to fix his makeup wearing a sundress, fine. Then you have, I will help you. I will help you remove him. But if something like this with a single father like this, mind your own fucking business. He's having a hard time enough. You think he wants to be in the women's restroom like that? Absolutely not. I've been in that same exact situation at a gas station. Exact same situation I've been. Kudos to that father for taking care of his girls and being an unapologetic father. Good job, bro. I'm going to like this. 3.3 million views. Holy shit. Look at that. I didn't know that. All right. Benny Johnson. Thank you very much, Benny. Breaking, the FBI announced it stopped an alleged terror attack on the UFC 250 event at the White House this past Sunday. Uh-oh. Oh boy, really? Are you serious? Authorities have arrested 5 suspects who planned on launching explosive-filled drones in sniper attack at the crowd. Oh my God. What? I wonder if Manny knows about this. We'll have to make sure I remember this. I'll put this on my save. This is how I do it, guys. I put it on my bookmarks and I look at them later. So if I'm scrolling through and I go, ooh, that would be a good video, I just like click the little bookmark and then come back later. All right.
Now to a Fox News alert. The FBI revealing that they thwarted an alleged plot targeting this past weekend's UFC Freedom 250 event at the White House.
Unbelievable. Another one. Ty Pyro joins us with the details. Good morning, Ty.
Good morning. This breaking news just into the Fox newsroom. The FBI disrupting this alleged plot targeting the UFC Freedom 250 event at the White House. Officials telling Fox a network of nearly 24 potential plotters were identified, with at least 5 people in custody right now. The suspects allegedly traveled to Fredericksburg, Virginia to make final preparations for the attack. And the alleged plan allegedly included explosive-packed drones hitting buildings near the event, forcing a mass evacuation, and then steering crowds, get this, toward a pre-staged sniper team. A second wave was then planned to storm the White House gate. The FBI first learned of the threat on June 10th and worked with law enforcement across multiple...
What? What the fuck? Did you hear all? What the fuck? I might have to go back after this and watch this whole thing again. We're going to watch this on tonight's show. We're going to watch this as a minute 45. Manny, if you're watching my Coffee and Kly's, I have no idea. But, bro.
Multiple states to stop it. FBI Director Kash Patel saying, quote, "We are built to detect, respond to, and bring to justice those who threaten the lives of American citizens, particularly during large gatherings like the historic UFC 250 fight." That's exactly what we did here. Over 4,300 people were in attendance for UFC 250, which included 1,200 service members. Luckily, nobody was harmed during the FBI's takedown. The event went off without a hitch. Much more on this in the coming minutes, hours, days, and of course, weeks. Back to you.
Holy fuck. Okay, it's one thing to say that there was an alleged terror attack that was stopped, but did you hear the description of that? Oh, there's more about it. Oh. Gunther Engelman, thank you very much, Gunther. Breaking, FBI thwarts major terror plot. Let's freeze this. Oh, Lawrence, I like Lawrence. Breaking, FBI thwarts major terror plot targeting Trump supporters at White House UFC event. Explosive-laden drones and pre-staged sniper aimed at 80,000 plus Trump fans and the UFC crowd on the ellipse during the massive America 250 celebration. The goal, create total chaos, force a deadly evacuation, and maximize casualties among patriots. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Hold on. All right. Wow. Okay.
This right now.
How can I say this really fast so I can just move on? You guys are going to start a civil war that you're going to lose the first day by lunch. You guys are going to start a fucking war with all the gun-owning American Patriot veterans. Do you really want to do this? Because we don't want to fight you. We do not want a civil war. However, we will gladly give you one. You got to stop trying to kill us all while screaming that we are the Nazis. Meanwhile, you're the ones acting like fucking Nazis.
The White House would not have been the target. It would have been the supporters of the president. White House has extremely great drone technology. Sometimes you'll see some of the agents with these, what looks like heavy guns, but they're to essentially jam the signal of these drones. And with them saying in the documents that the FBI is releasing to our newsroom, that they have a station team, which is essentially have crowds of people rush toward an area, and then those snipers hit them. That tells you those were the target of Trump supporters, the UFC crowd, that fan fest that was outside of the White House.
It drew about 80,000 people, so a lot at stake here. Thank the good Lord the FBI was able to thwart this before the event happened. We're learning about it, obviously, after the fact so that people who attended wouldn't be scared. But they uncovered this on Signal chats. Multiple people allegedly discussing this attack at the UFC event. The investigation stretched across at least 12 FBI field offices. The goal was to target capitalist elites, billionaires, politicians who received donations from the American Israel Public Affairs Committee.
Yeah, and good on Director Patel. The points you made there, Ainsley, about this stretching across 12 FBI field offices means they're one team working together. But it is a sobering morning we are waking up to this, because we have not seen, but yet long feared, to your point, Lawrence, that there would be explosive-laden drones tried to use an attack. This alleged plot was going to create this mass chaos evacuation of those 80,000 people, and they had enough people involved that this was going to be a very deadly incident. Where have we seen explosive-laden drones? In places like Ukraine, on the battlefield. The fact that it could possibly come here makes a strong case for the president and for any law enforcement official to say that we need to up this drone deterrence technology, and we need to do it fast.
Yeah, one of the things the president has advocated for is that drone port that was going to be on top of the ballroom as well, Ainsley. But I think this is an escalation. You know, you've had the assassination plots against the president, but to extend it to his supporters, that is crazy. And we're talking about the crowd of people that were there at the ellipse, because obviously everyone couldn't go to the White House, so there had to be this overflow crowd.
Yeah, and to happen on the White House grounds, how scary is that? Explosive drones to hit buildings near the event, force a massive evacuation. Imagine all those people running out of there, but steering the crowds toward a pre-staged sniper team.
Yeah. To put into context, though, how bad this situation could have been, you know, the ellipse area drew roughly 80 to 85,000 people. Multiple reports cited about 80,000 fans at the viewing area. The actual fight event on the White House South Lawn had about 4,300 seats around the Octagon. And let's not forget, we're also at peak tourist time in Washington. A lot of people come to the nation's capital in June, July, particularly around the America 250 events. So that doesn't even account for the thousands of tourists that had no ticket, couldn't get into the event. We're like, you know what, I just want to go around there because it's such a historic time. So this crowd size, the context of the damage and the chaos that would have been unleashed had this alleged plot succeeded is really remarkable.
Jonathan Turley, who lives in that area, he's a professor at the law school at GW at George Washington University. He's also a Fox News contributor, reacted to this just a few minutes ago. Listen.
This is really a cautionary tale. The fact is that the government is not the only party preparing for the July 4th celebrations. There are terrorist organizations that are drawn to the same events. This was a well set out pattern of events to maximize casualties. And we have to keep in mind that under the Biden administration, millions of unvetted people were released into this country. It would be a very dangerous delusion to believe that these terrorist organizations and countries did not use that open border to bring people inside.
Such a great point. Griff, you talked about the FBI.
Oh man, the July 4th celebration, boy, they better have the security on fucking lock. Man. Yo, did y'all know this? I didn't even know this because I don't pre-look it. I mean, I kind of scroll through and kind of see what the headlines are, but I didn't really even catch that this was what it was. I did not know all this until like just now watching it with you in real time. Oh, thank God that didn't happen. Oh my God. All right. So I see what we're going to end with. We're going to end with, well, it'll be a two-part ending. Okay. It'll be a two-part because I see what's below this, right? With Ryder Chronicles, says it used to be so cute. Yep. Tony Michael X. Thank you very much. This is so horrible. This is, I guess, Elliot Page or whatever. Why would you do this to yourself? What? SSRIs, look at that shit. This is a self-induced like chemical imbalance in your brain or something. Like, what did you do to yourself? Why would you do this? Why would you go from this pretty girl on the left to whatever this thing is on the right? It's horrible. But we're the wrong ones. We're the fascist Nazi weirdos. We're the problem. No, these people are the problem. This made my day. What is this? 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 A song?
Who was born in America? Who went to P. Diddy freak-offs? Who hates white people the most? Who gives better head? Who has STD? Who drowned the chef? Who hates America? Who has a bigger penis? Who was born in America? Who was born?
I could have gone my whole life without watching that one. Holy shit, I'm so sorry I did that one. I'm so sorry I did that to you. My bad. Please still subscribe to my channel, even though I showed you that. Oh, God. Ugh. So, flying cars, they almost blew up the UFC, and Michelle Obama has a penis. Have a good day. See you later tonight for Townhall Tuesday. Oh, yeah, Manny being Manny. We're all Manny today, guys. Everybody's Manny. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Peace.